Good morning and welcome to Georgia Fat Boy Mowing and Tractors. I'm going to do something different today. This is actually Sunday. Yesterday we visited the Affinity Building Systems Modular Home Manufacturing Plant in Lakeland, Georgia, and took the tour. And I just wanted to make a quick upload of this. It's something that I'm very interested in. And hopefully you will find it too. I'm finding a lot of people don't realize that there's a difference between modular homes and manufactured homes and mobile homes. So modular homes is actually better built than stick-built homes. It's the way with the factory, way with the future, because everything is built in a factory using jigs and templates. So you have uniformity, nothing is exposed to the weather, and all the wood is kept dry. All the systems are installed and checked in the factory, and then they transport them out to the website, to the build site, and erect them with a crane and put them together. They can actually get a house out. I believe they said every 9 days they can get a house out of the factory, so that's pretty amazing. So sit back, relax. It's going to be a long video, but it's well worth watching. And hopefully you'll learn something about modular homes and how they're actually built and constructed. Again, this is going to be the way of the future. We're going to pick up with the tour in process. Thank you.
Versus 2x4, and then also in some aspects, a lot of our trusses will also be 2x8. So in some aspects, so just depending upon the design. Over here is where we start the floor. As you can see, everything is built on a jig. Everything is pushed up. Everything is square. Right now, this house looks like it has the OSB 3/4 inch tongue and groove floor decking. We do offer also 3/4 inch CDX. And also Advantech, which I'm a proponent of Advantech because it just has a lot of water resistance too. So, as you can see through our flooring, this house here looks like it's getting 2x12s. Our normal standard rim joists and floor joists are 2x10, but we do go up to 2x12s as well. Also, you'll notice throughout our flooring we do a lot of blocking or bridging in there as well. Just to continue to keep the strength, and you're starting to see the PEX, where we're starting to run the PEX plumbing as well. So we do use PEX. We also use brass fittings. We don't use anything any plastic fittings. Everything is brass.
Anything other than this
Yes,
type of
yeah. We use either 3/4 inch CDX or Advantech. Advantech is sort of like a OSB, but it has some water resistance. As you can see, this house here, I guess they just did all pressure treated. We do offer, regular standards wood, but we can also do pressure treated as well.
Now, for the 2x12, would that require a lift stud support?
Would that require a lift stud support on the foundation? Again, all the different foundations are drawn by the engineer, so whatever the engineer draws up, that's what we build that to. Everybody has their own design, how they do it, and what their requirements are. So, if you do a stem wall, it's treated
The rain is really coming down now.
It's treated up different as well. So, however the contractor's engineer draws that foundation plan. And once we have that foundation plan, then we know where to put our floor joists so everything falls where it's supposed to fall.
no wasted wood.
I'm sorry?
No wasted wood.
Very little waste. So if you're looking around behind you, you'll see some of those cut pieces like that.
Yeah.
We'll repurpose those for backer blocking.
For spacing.
or for spacers or things like that. So very, very little waste. That's one of the nice things about modular construction is we don't have a lot of waste. The way that the houses are designed and the wood that we order in, it just doesn't have a lot of waste to it. So,
How long, when you order in wood, I know it's probably wet. How long does it have to sit to dry?
usually we don't take in wet wood. If we usually put a moisture test to the wood when it comes in, and if it has X amount of moisture, we'll reject the wood.
Okay.
And you're getting your lumber from different areas?
Different areas. Yeah, we do that. But yeah, we have we don't tolerate a lot of wet wood. So.
Okay.
All right.
So
Any other questions?
Not a lot of shrinking.
That's impressive.
Yes. So what you'll start to see on this rim, so this one here, this is a triple rim. So more than likely this is going to be spanning from piling to piling. So we double up on this. So this will go all around this will be the support of the house. So when it comes to pilings, like what you're wanting to do, there are many different foundations from, like I said, you could do a continuous CMU wall, or you can do pilings. You can do pilings that have bond beams. Are you familiar with bond beams? Okay. Bond beams, or I see a lot of them do wood pilings with wood cradles, kind of the same sense, distributing the weight of the house from piling to piling as well. So just many different styles of foundations that you can do with these homes. So the only thing we can't do is obviously we can't put it on a slab. And the reason why we can't put it on the slab is because all our plumbing and our electrical come from the bottom of the house. And if you want, and the minimum height is 24 inches, but I would do at least 30 inches just to make it a little bit better for somebody to crawl on it.
Yeah.
Did you pass your sniff test?
The maximum width, good question, the maximum width we can do is...
I like what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I do too. And when I said we do construction, we did rehab. We didn't build houses. That's awesome. I like that. I like that a lot.
Just like you kind of see that over there.
Having fun?
Our houses are averaging about 45 pounds per square foot. One of our totes is we put a lot of wood and fasteners, probably more than anybody in our industry.
What kind of fastener?
Fasteners, just nails.
Nails, screws. Yeah.
Screws, whatever. We tend to put more.
These extra strips.
I'm sorry.
The extra air.
Hurricane.
Hurricane strips.
Yeah, again, that all goes back to the foundation and what the requirements are. So if you go to a higher wind, obviously, yes, we put in the extra straps. And we might see some down here. A lot of them are about 4 foot tall.
Yeah.
Strapping.
So the mobilization of all this, is that in the package, or is that with the builder?
That's all with the builder. The builder handles all of that. But we're also looking at things, what we can do to help builders and make it a little easier as far as scheduling those things. Because sometimes it can be challenging because you got to schedule transport, you got to schedule crane, you got to schedule. It can be a little taxing at times. So, as you can see over here, this is where we have our truss table. So they'll start to build the trusses here, and they'll set it all, package it up, and then they'll have it ready for the house down the line here. They generally stay about 2 to 3 houses ahead.
Now, some of the homes have porches, right?
Yes.
So, how do you all prevent from water going in between, right?
So,
what are you using?
so porches, again, we can do porches on the ends of the house, but we can't do porches on the side of the house.
Okay.
We can only be X amount of feet so wide.
Right.
And so a lot of your side porches will have to be all done on site by your contractor.
Right. Now, for the ones that are in the front, how are you mitigating the water from getting in between the boards?
It'll all still be under roof.
Really?
So
Okay.
when we build it, it's all covered by the roof system.
And the porches are roofed down.
Yeah, I was going to try to show them that down here if we have a porch area. So what we do is we rip down 2 inches, you know, where any of the doors and things are, so there's no water that blows in.
I'm the safety officer.
Thank you.
That's about what I did all the time.
So one of the things that we do as a company is we have what we call travelers. And so not only do we have QA, QC that go through the process of this house where they're double checking, making sure everything is right, so we have our own in-house quality. This is also what the state, the third-party state rep that we have, that the state has contracted to do the inspections for the state requirements. They will come in here several times a week as well, just to double check and make sure that we're following what we're supposed to be doing. And of course they'll come in and they'll initial this. So again, it's just a reassurance that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing as well. Plus, it's always good to self-govern yourself. Right?
Yeah.
You know.
Are there any challenges with building in other states? Here in Georgia?
But at least in the 8 states that we service, we already know the processes. We follow their guidelines. That's not an issue at all. And this is what we were talking about, how we bring this down 2 inches so that way there's no water that blows in off of the porches at the doors. And there starts to see some of your strapping that
Yeah.
you were talking about.
Yeah.
Likely you're going with the wider straps instead of the
Thin ones.
Yeah, that's because the ones in Florida that we had built, they were probably an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter at the most. That's all they were.
They probably have their own purposes and things, you know. I mean, I can't say that every strap we use is thin, because there are some thinner ones that are up in the ceiling areas and stuff like that. But, also, I've noticed that we double ridge ours as well on our porches. Makes it a lot stronger as well.
you using frets for decking on the porches.
We use, our standard would be a 5 and a quarter, whatever, regular pressure treated, but you can do the synthetic. We don't use Trex as a name, but we do have another product that's just like it.
Man-made.
Uh,
Man-made.
It's man-made. All right. Any other questions? Here's the table where they start to build like end walls, interior walls that are the shorter walls. Again, it's on a jig. They push everything up, make sure everything is straight and run. Also, they'll start to install the drywall. We do screw and glue our drywall. And the same thing with our flooring as well. It is nailed and glued as well.
So, drywall.
Uh-huh.
We're not using any Chinese drywall, right?
No, I'm okay.
It's all local gypsum or...
It's local gypsum as far as I know.
Okay. I had a few houses in Jacksonville that were being sold real cheap, beautiful houses, but you walked in, the off-gas heat is so bad.
We really do not, we don't cut corners when it comes to product.
No, I'm not implying, but I just want to make
I
sure
know. I'm just
Of course,
letting you
you
know,
know.
we do pretty well with our stuff. So. As you can see, we do 2x6 exterior doors. We do true 2x4 interior doors. When we start getting around, you'll start to see some of the stud packs that we put in these houses for the engineering aspect of it is just crazy. Very, very strong.
Do customers change their mind in the middle of this?
No.
I mean, like they wanted to change something.
They may want to, but they'll have to do it on site. When it gets here to this point, you don't want to change anything.
Too late.
Okay.
Wow, look at this. All right.
Once they get building on these things, the change order costs.
As you can see on here, again, 2x6 exterior.
Yeah.
Exterior walls. This is also getting 5/8 CDX. Also want to point out triple headers.
Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, check that out. Thank you, sir.
This is where we're starting to see, you start seeing some of the stud packs that start going around the door and different things like that. Everything is 16-inch on center. Exterior walls, interior walls, everything is 16-inch on center. So that really stops any kind of waving, you know.
Yeah, made that good lumber.
Wood is wood, and sometimes you got a crown you got to work with. You know?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. It's a tree.
Nothing to do with ICG, right? You're not affiliated with ICG at all?
ICG.
Yeah, they're all in, like Info Springs.
No. They're down in South Dakota. I don't know what are they?
They do something similar like this, but
Mostly for
Oh, that's their design board.
apartment complexes.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's not us.
Yeah, that's what that is. That's a design board.
This is all her house. Everything's gonna be there. Got it all the time.
She's checking it out.
Yeah, she come in to brag about all this stuff yesterday.
Look at her.
She's a coordinator for another salesperson like me, and it just so happens that the way they just schedule go, every one of their houses is on this line. This
You
week.
see the triple headers?
I saw
She
it.
come in there kind of.
Yeah, this is really exciting. This is really cool.
She's great. Coordinator.
And then another video said, we were moving in 4 weeks, right? So, you know, the range of how your builders are.
It all depends, you know, as far as the completion. So from start to finish, we can build a 2-box ranch in 19 days. So, and then you're shipping, and then once it's on the site, you know, you can set a house, you can set a 4-box house in 1 day. Now from there, it just depends on how long the builder can keep his subs working. You know, if he keeps them on site and he's working it, you can be in it a 2-box ranch probably in a month or so. You know, so obviously a tube store is going to take a little longer. It's just a matter of keeping people working, and that's the main thing. A lot of times, you know, these builders are great. You get it there, and then it's weeks before they actually get people out in the facility. So,
And everything's pretty much, a lot of the houses is pre-wired.
yes, I'll show you where we're all doing that. Yeah, the house will actually show up about 80-85% complete.
So basically, the sub is doing all the exterior stuff and connecting all the stuff.
Just
together.
connecting, finishing out, touch-ups, punch work. Exactly.
Got it.
Exactly.
Well, don't forget though, like the wraparound porch, the contractor has to finish the sides
That's
on
correct.
A little more than a punch work.
that. Yeah.
under 2x6 to lay a 2x4 flat here at fly rafters.
Look at that. Fold down roof. Nice. Very nice.
So when you start getting into high winds, it becomes a requirement, or it's just an option. So our normal would be half-inch OSB. That's what we would normally do. But CDX is much nicer.
They run green tape when we use it.
Yeah. You're talking about on the ends of the nails? Yes.
They're gluing these outside walls as well.
So one of the things I want to point out is the roofing system. So most of the time when you construct, you're building from the outside in. We have to build from the inside out. So what we do is we lay down the drywall first. We put the trusses on top of that. Obviously, it's already pre-cut for all the LED lights if that's what you want. All that stuff's done. They begin to run the electrical up here. All your boots are put in, and then what we do is a two-part glue that we spray each of the rafters to the drywall, so we don't have any mechanical fasteners in the ceiling at all to hold the drywall.
They run 1/2 or 5/8 on the ceilings.
1/2 inch on the ceilings.
So it doesn't pop. It doesn't pop loose.
It doesn't pop loose. That's correct.
Wow. I mean,
2-part glue would be an epoxy.
yeah.
It's not coming
Not gonna
loose.
come loose.
Oh, it literally have to rip
It'd
it out.
tear the paper off before it
Yeah.
release.
That's good to know.
Is this a standard package would be your 12 gauge?
Yes, we do nothing less than 12.2 in our houses. So we don't do any kind of aluminum or
No 14 gauge.
no 14 gauge. Everything's 12.2.
So the cutout for the vents, that'll be done on site.
No, they're done now.
Okay.
The box is sitting there. They'll spray that also with the glue as well, so it'll all be sealed
Okay.
on site.
All right, cool.
I mean sealed.
Yeah, I saw something on the website about that.
And this is what we call a hinge screw system. So then this will lift up. As you can see, the hinges there. And it's just this way for shipping purposes because we can't be higher than 16 foot on the highway as well.
Right.
So once it's there, once it's all set into place, they'll use the crane and then they'll lift up the roof all in one shot. And then you have your keels right there. They'll just come out and creates the webbing.
Very neat. Very well put together. Nice.
Now this is a fixed roof system, so we can either do fixed roof. We end up doing a lot of fixed roofs because a lot of the homes that we do go to South Florida, go to places that are high winds. And a lot of times they just don't want really high roofs in there. So your standard would be a 312 or less on your fixed roofs. Anything over 312, then it becomes a hinge roof system.
Okay.
Any other questions?
That's the kingfisher.
Yeah, that's my kingfisher.
Yeah.
The kingfisher. And it's mine. I can't help it.
Be like seagulls on Nemo.
I get her all embarrassed. She'll get all red here.
Yeah, she's over here fanning now.
So this is an option, so we can do 6x6. It's where the exit sign is. This side over here, right by where it says 18. So on this here, this is an option. We can go to 6x6. Our standard will be a 4x4, but we can do the 6x6. Obviously, if you get up to 150 mile an hour winds, it's an automatic with a 6x6. And then they'll wrap that with an 8x8.
That's nice.
Party board on wrapping everything.
No, not necessarily. We do aim and breath. But now, if you do Craftsman columns, all of those are done in art.
What do y'all do for termite prevention?
That'll all be handled by your contract. We don't spray here.
Okay.
You know, they would have to do all the treatment on
Okay.
in the ground or whatever. So.
I like that.
Standard overhangs are going to be 8-inch with a 6-inch on the road. That's just our standard. We can do 12. We can get a 16, and you can get into 24. We can do that. Just know that those are going to be flipped ends. So by the time that you have the width, you can only be 15/8 wide. So if you go past that, then it creates where you have to flip the eaves, and all of that has to be done on site. They are 15/8, so 8-inch overhang. So that would give you a 15 wide box.
He was saying if you want more than an 8-inch overhang, then they've got to flip it back.
They go, and I don't know if some of these, I don't know if they may be a flip tip in here. I'm not sure. Do you have any flipped eaves? Do you have any flipped eaves on your houses in here at all? You don't?
She's missing teeth,
Oh, is that what it is?
and she doesn't have anything to push against, so yeah, that tongue stays out all the time.
We do. We do. That's a new thing that's coming. So we and I'm glad you brought that up. So the styrene foam walls there. So Bantam, obviously Bantam acquired us a year ago. So they have a proprietary design of a SIPS type panel, and so we just sent out our first 5 homes this past week over to Selma, Alabama. And so the purpose of that is because eventually we're going to be doing net zero ready certified homes. That's the next phase of what we're going to be doing as a company. So obviously we'll still be offering standard construction, but we'll also be offering net zero ready homes as well. So that's coming down the pipe. So really exciting.
Big thing you're doing, working on leads credits.
I'm sorry.
Lead certification.
Yes. Yeah. So it's all new, and especially net zero ready certified in a modular. That's all new. I mean, nobody doing that in the United States at all. So it's a new process.
What areas of the house are you using SIPs?
It's all the exterior walls, the whole thing. Now there's no need to do the interior walls, obviously, but it gives you an R24 right out the wall, right out the wall.
Option for a thicker wall?
Well, I mean, there's thicker walls, but I think that's probably going to the roof systems and trying to get a better R value for the roof systems and things like that.
All right.
Your standard 6-inch right now, like I said, is a 24, just in the walls. So, but then when you start getting into net zero ready stuff, what we're doing is we're doing R38 in the floors, R30 in the ceilings. We're doing high efficiency equipment as far as your HVAC, 16 to 18 SEER
Bringing in
units,
air from the outside?
bringing air from the outside, doing the dehumidifier systems and all of that.
Okay.
So that's coming down the
That
pipe.
goes a long way to cutting your off gas and
The only thing that we don't do is we don't do gas. We're not certified gas installers and things like that, so all of that would have to be done on site. But as far as the electrical aspect of it, like I said, all the electrical is run. Our standard is a 200 amp service as far as that for the house. A lot of our homes, because of what they do, sometimes there's 400 amps of service in our homes. So because a lot of people like instant hot, and things like
Tankless,
that, tankless, which are really energy hogs.
Generators.
you can have a purpose for generators, different things like that. Yeah. Also, just want you to notice that our standard is an 8-foot sidewall. We can go up to 10-foot sidewall.
You run your electrical for outdoor panel, or are they somewhere inside the house? Your breaking box?
It's inside. It's inside. As you can see, we do James Hardy. That seems to be the number one thing we do. Our standard is a vinyl, but most everybody wants to do the James Hardy. You can see from this house, this is lap siding. You see over on that other house there, that is board and batten. We can do some shaker, just to kind of cut up a house to give it a whole different look.
I like Hardy Backer. I like Hardy Backer.
It minimizes your exterior maintenance significantly.
Yeah, I'm at that point in life.
As you can see, this is going to a high wind area, so we have our Schwinko windows. So these will be DP70 windows as far as the impact. That's the company we use. Have really good luck with Schwinko windows. Our standard is Building-Affinity. If you're familiar with Building-Affinity, very nice product. It's made out of Pennsylvania. All of their window components are all stainless steel, which is
Wow.
really
Nice.
And the exterior's all
they're vinyl windows. Now, if you get into the application of the Bantam panels, all the Hardy's installed with stainless steel fasteners.
So, are the windows caulked here or caulked on the side?
No, they're caulked here.
They're caulked here?
So
Okay.
they just installed everything right now.
Okay.
Once you get over to the other side,
Okay.
they're getting it prepped and painted.
Okay.
Prepped and ready for paint.
Okay.
As you can see, everything else is still all James Hardy. Here's where you're talking. It's not Trex as far as manual.
None of it.
It looks like a crescent wrench. It doesn't
You got
matter
it.
who makes it.
Or a Xerox.
Yeah,
Or a
there-
Xerox machine. Go make a Xerox and you're doing
No,
it
there's
on
a-
some other kind of...
There's a general name for it, but I can't remember crap from last week. So, but
So as you can see, everything gets flashed. Everything gets flashed. I don't care if it's a little wind with a little light,
no, I love that. That's awesome.
electrical. Everything gets This is actually one of the Bantam houses there.
So, how thick is the actual wall?
It's like 6 inches.
It's 6 inches?
Yeah.
Okay.
As you can see, they started caulking it.
Yeah.
getting it
Oh,
all-
yeah.
Getting it all sealed. So
Yeah.
it's all part of the process.
Water and bugs is the biggest problem where we're going.
Also want to point out that down to LVL, we use a lot of LVL in our expansion. So
How's
what
that
you
protected in transport? Is it covered in plastic or something?
it is.
Oh, yeah, look
you,
out
you
there.
can see out here.
They're all
how
wrapped.
Everything
Oh,
is
okay.
ready. A lot of LVL.
It's not just a piece of plastic, it's literally wrapped.
Yeah. My hip is popping in and out,
The other thing that I want to point out,
or whatever's going on over there.
we put OSB underneath the drive. So any of these, because this is a make wall, so we're trying to help it from doing that. So everywhere you see this. Also, because this is a make wall, so this will come together, it actually creates a 2x8 space. Any areas that have air, we all seal everything. So many times you'll have to do blower door tests and different things like that. I don't know if you had to do those yet, or over in Darien or whatnot. But they make you pull in to see how tight that house is. We've never failed. Our houses are very, very tight. We start to do, this is obviously where they're finishing the drywall. This is also, just to let you know, we do a level 4 drywall. So everything is smooth. We don't do any knockdown, we don't do any of that. So everything is smooth.
Y'all don't use any kind of foam insulation.
We don't do foams, we do that.
Options for septic, especially
Maybe.
under roof.
Maybe. I have no idea exactly how that's all going to work. I don't know what's all part of the $6.5 million expansion that we're doing. I have no idea just yet. We haven't been told.
There's water spray income that works a lot. You don't have that problem.
So one of the things that we do is periodically, as it's going through, they'll hook up and make sure that we'll run an electrical test, make sure that there's no nail or anything going through. Same thing with the plumbing aspect. Pressurize those tubes just to be sure everything is sealed.
Once it gets buttoned up, it's a pair of fix.
We're trying to make it. So eventually you'll start to see, they'll start labeling it, and then eventually it'll get the big connectors. And all it is just a plug and play. From one side to the other side, it's just really easy. What are they doing on the tops of this? Observation deck? So they're gonna seal that on site, obviously. Okay. They're gonna waterproof that.
There's your finished columns.
I see them.
No new things with that.
On that house we're looking at with the wraparound porch, do you guys ship this wood to match to the whole porch?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Jump up there on it.
I wanted
You want to take the camera? I can't do anything. My hip's hurting too bad.
hold the camera. Hold the camera. No, leave me alone. Hold the camera.
Does the piece that fits to this, does it get an electrical outlet on that side as well? Does the modular that fits to this side, the piece that comes to this side, does it have electrical outlet as well on that side?
Honestly, I'm new,
Okay.
so
It's probably something you just tell them you want to have done more than likely. I'm going to make you famous.
And the way that you bend it.
I'm going to make you famous. I have my own YouTube channel.
Work for a roofing company for 10 years.
The max height on ceilings is 9 foot.
10.
Yeah.
Why would anybody want the reverse board and that? That's ugly to me. You like that?
Sometimes it depends on if you do a
I
fixed
like the Hardy backer they had over there.
Sorry, I would add probably a staggered accent to it.
Our standard
What I was asking is, if the marriage to that one has an electrical outlet on it, it's I'm about to fall down. I am merely losing my leg. This is awesome. Oh, I bet that's the match. Hey, that's the match to this one, yeah?
Yeah.
Sure is. So that answers my question right there. That way you...
This is forward and back, and that's where the hard
Oh, yeah, you're right. Uh-oh, it's wet down there. Huh?
Now they decided to go ahead and do insulation on the main plan. This is actually a 6-bedroom, 6-bath house.
Go Dogs!
This right here, that cures in an hour and a half. This is 10 to 12 hours.
Yeah, there's a lot of process.
I think y'all can
HVAC closet, but there's nothing there. We do. This is some of our standard stuff. Most tracks here are paint. Is that the same for all the trim boards?
Isn't that cool?
Standard, or you have options for
Hardwood steps.
3.5, so that's an option to go to 5.5. Okay. Which, to me, if you have an 8-foot ceiling, 3.5 is fine. If you go to 9 foot, then you want to go to 5.5. It just gives it a better. It's probably going to have a lot of elevated because you have to be on high piling, yep. We use PPG and blend paints, one for the exterior, one for the interior. Doesn't matter what. So it gets an infinity light. So then they'll come back and they'll paint another color on top of it.
There was a while back in the early 2000s when there was a lot of drywall coming in from overseas. They were using recycled paper on. It would just soak everything up like crazy. And we ended up going to what they call PVA primer, polyvinyl acetate, to seal it so it can keep it from sucking up all the paint.
How you doing? Doing well. I have my own crew up north. I never learned to do that.
Yeah.
Never. That's an art.
All of our
Ada!
cabinets
Ada! 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 How tall is that, Steve? Is that a 10-15?
9.
That's 9.
So these are her houses, they're 9.
Your house?
Well, it's my builder, but
Oh, okay. They're inside there. They're inside there.
are you impressed?
Oh yeah, most definitely. They're
I am good.
extremely impressed, actually. Way better than I even thought it was going to be.
Yeah. The room to nowhere? So when the other house is that right here, the room
You can go up in there. I can't do it. My hip's killing me. I'm no longer sure it's my back. Uh-oh, we got a leak. Yeah. That mess that was all back there, that's just where they were mixing mud.
Yeah, I know, I saw it.
Yeah. They were still mixing mud cleaner than ours was. Did you get your house cleaned? Or are they in that room?
No.
till you seal it.
Printed ones we've got, no, they're still in print.
Okay. fancy closet.
I would go to the model house, but I don't think anybody wants to go walking in that rain.
Oh, come on, why not?
No,
Get your hat on, right?
thank
Keep
you.
Ears dry. See all the LVL we ordering. I don't think anybody wants to walk out there.
But you guys don't do flooring, correct? Flooring's left up to.
Well, yeah, flooring would be best to really be done on site. I mean, it just would. On a 2-box ranch, we can install flooring on one half, but that's it. You can't do the other half because you want it to transition over to the next box with no seams.
Right.
If you do a 4-box, we can still only do
One half.
one because you're going to have all kinds of access points where you got to put the plumbing from the second floor down to the first floor. So it's just best to really do it on site. But now we can ship the flooring. We can ship the flooring to the house, so that way it's all with the house.
So you do ship the wood for the porches, so that's all matched. So, okay. And what about shipping with the protection of all those windows? Are they covered, or is it?
They're covered on the back and they're covered on the front. Obviously, just in case the tires, rocks, or whatever.
Right.
So yeah, we do safeguard those things. On the sides, it's not so bad.
Okay.
Anybody else got any questions? Any questions? What do you think so far?
Where do we sign up?
All right, I like that.
No, I just love the farm. It's really amazing what they're doing there, right? And I need a house built, and I need to be in 4 months. I'm trying to cut the time. It's important to me.
Where is the model?
Outside in the rain.
Outside over there. Jeff, I think you might be on your own on this one, buddy. Yeah, I'll give you the key if you want to go.
What are you thinking, Jeff?
I try not to, it hurts my head.
Oh, okay.
I like what I see.
I do have a key. Yeah, I got one. If you want to give it to Jackie, maybe.
If I put on my boots, I'd go over there, and
Thank you.
I'm not going over there.
Just grab a sheet of MDF and all of us stand underneath
Stand
and hold it up.
We'll have one umbrella, right?
Well, we can walk back this way. Please, if you guys have any more questions, please ask away.
Well, we appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Here. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Really do appreciate y'all taking the time to come and see us here at Affinity Modular.
You said the electrical panel is on the inside. Is there a specific room or area, or it just depends on the plans?
It just depends on the plans where
Okay.
engineering puts it.
Yeah, on this one you can actually see where the two holes are cut out, and they're having two panel boxes installed.
That was the next question. Okay, we intend to put a generator there, so we can have it taken
The
care of.
electrician takes care of that. You don't have to worry about
They'll
that.
make sure that there's enough space on back of it.
But the generators have a separate box. So
Yes.
is that something that has
They
to
would
be?
have to be on the side, but
Okay.
it's got to still run into the house to
Right.
operate your house. So I'm sure we just need to know how much space you need, for that. We may have to put in 100 amp box or something like that. I don't know. I don't know that until we
Yes.
get the cut sheet and what it requires.
It's two 200 amp boxes, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can do two 200 amp boxes.
Yeah, we ain't got to worry about it. Electrician does that.
Yeah,
Electrician
I
does
know.
all
I
that
just
stuff.
didn't know if it was something that had to be considered during the build.
It
Okay.
is, and that's good. That's a good thing.
We're never not going to have a generator again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, our electric company in Memphis is a fourth world generation electric company. It's horrible.
7 days with no power in July. At 100 and something degrees outside.
Yeah, that happens here when the hurricanes come through.
That's what I say. We'll have a generator from now on.
All right, excellent. This is wonderful. Thank you for watching Georgia Fat Boy Mowing and Tractors. There you go. They are going to get some bonus footage. Why is there a wire down here? Okay, here we go. Which way is out?
It's that one down there.
Oh, this way's out.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go that way?
I don't know that you can go that way, but you can.
Come run out. You can't go that way. Baby, it's out there on the road. No, you can't get there too. No, it's out there on the road. You can take a picture of it on the way out. That's why he said, I don't think you want to go that way.
How do I pause
Is that
this?
Jeff's? Yeah, that's Jeff's truck right there.
How do I pause this?
Don't pause it. Let it run. I'll edit it out.
Look at the water. Look at the water.
Flooding.
It's pouring here.
Did you hear how hard the rain came down?
I heard it.
Oh, man. Couldn't even hear yourself think, much less talk to anybody. Very nice people. I mean, very nice. They're not even really, marketing type people. Pushy at all. You got it. Hey, you should be pointing into the factory. There you go. And they got their own buses.
Yeah, that's the Lanier County school buses. There it is, right there.
They bought the land around it.
Water.
And that's the Kingfisher, right?
That looks like this could be the sawgrass.